Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Kristen and today I'm going to be sharing with you my DIY tools and supply list for beginners. If you want to tackle some projects around your home, maybe hanging curtain panels, wall art, or even installing your own picture frame molding, this video is just for you. I'm a self-taught DIYer. I tackle all of my projects all on my own using very simple beginner-friendly tools. I haven't explored into the entire world of power tools just yet, but I am able to get a lot done using the bare basics. So I want to share all those tools with you so you can tackle these similar projects as well. So if you enjoy watching and find this video helpful, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and hit that like button. And let's go ahead and jump right into it. We're starting with a tool that has allowed me to get a ton of projects done all on my own without using power tools, and that is a miter box and handsaw. This completely replaces the power saw for me. It is a lot more work because you are doing hand sawing, but this will allow you to get the cuts to do any kind of trim molding, any kind of baseboards, or wood cutting. You can do all of that with a miter box. This whole set with the saw and box is just about $10, so it's very affordable and very beginner friendly. The miter box has different notches on it that allow you to cut 90 degrees, 22.5 degrees, 45 degrees, so you're able to get mitered edges of your trim pieces. This is great for any kind of small molding that's kind of easy to cut through. Any larger wood blocks, I mean, you need a lot of power and a lot of muscle to be able to work through that, but I've done a lot of my trim projects just by using the miter box. So this is perfect for installing picture frame molding, installing baseboards and trim. Any kind of single piece of molding you can cut down using a miter box. You don't really need much experience to use this. Obviously, safety is always top priority when you're using any kind of tool, but using this has allowed me to do a lot on my own. I don't have to wait for someone else to cut anything for me. I can do all of it at home just using this little $10 tool. So if you're also a little bit intimidated by power saws, you can still get all your cuts done all on your own using a miter box. An even simpler way of cutting lightweight thin trim is just using miter shears. These are definitely something that you should add to your tool collection because these make life way easier. You don't have to pull out anything clunky. You can make your corner cuts all using miter shears. So these are just a big heavyweight scissor pretty much, and you can place your trim between the shears. You can pivot the marker around to hit the degree that you want. So usually I'm cutting at 45 to do all my picture frame molding. You place the trim in, line it up, and cut down exactly where you need it to be cut. So these make things move even quicker. They're perfect for small jobs and trim that is very lightweight and easy to cut. Obviously, you can't be putting a giant piece of wood in between the shears here. It needs to be pretty small and thin to be able to cut through. So I've done picture frame molding using these. I've added small trim pieces to these cabinets behind me here. So it helps you get that detailed work done super quick and easy. So this pretty much replaces a powered miter saw. You can just snap right through each piece without using any kind of power tool. It also replaces the miter box, but the miter box allows you to actually do a lot more. So this is perfect for simple, small jobs. Small, thin trim works really well with miter shears. If you're doing any wall painting around your home, especially floor to ceiling wall painting, you need an extendable roller stick. I will not paint a room without this extendable roller stick. This goes from 2 feet to 4 feet, I think, and it allows me to reach all the way to the ceiling and all the way to the bottom edge without stepping on a ladder, without bending up and down. You can really roll out your paint very quickly using an extendable roller. So this is really the only way to get painting done around your home quickly and easily. You can pick these up at the paint store. You can pick them up on Amazon. There's different versions. Some have a little bit more padding than others. You can have extendable rollers that go even longer. So make sure you get the size that works with your space, but trust me, this is a must-have for any DIY. Now, something that comes in handy for every single project, even if it doesn't require any painting, is painter's tape. I use painter's tape on probably every single project because it's the perfect tool or supply that helps me visualize what I'm about to do. It helps me kind of plan out projects. It also helps me create level lines and really good spacing. I use painter's tape every time I put up wall art because it is that temporary thing that can stick to the wall that you can use to mark different areas before you go ahead and install anything. So this helps you avoid a lot of mistakes, I would say. So if you're doing any project, I would get a roll of painter's tape and plan the whole thing out with tape first. I do this with picture frame molding placement. And of course I use it every single time I paint to get clean lines. So it's always something that I have. It always comes in handy, and it's definitely something that everyone can use. Now, if you want to get any wall art up around your home quickly, easily, without any tools, you can do it all on your own using 3M drywall picture hangers. These claw hangers can just press into your drywall. They even come with the markers that help you plan out exactly where you want your hangers to be, so everything's hung perfectly. It's really the easiest way of hanging something heavy. So I've used the 65-pound claws on a full wall mirror that I hung, and then I use the 25-pound claws to hang smaller pieces. So they have different weight options that you can choose from just depending on what piece you're hanging. You don't even have to hit a stud using these drywall picture hangers. They just claw right onto the drywall and somehow hold the weight that it says. So you just have to make sure you're buying the right weight capacity, but wow, do these make life easier. One of the first power tools I ever used that really allowed me to accomplish a lot more was just a simple cordless drill. If you haven't used a cordless drill, I would recommend starting and getting comfortable with just an electric screwdriver. These are just a little handheld electronic screwdriver, very lightweight, and it will kind of give you the idea of what a cordless drill feels like. So I'll link both of these for you because this is good for small jobs. This allows you to do a lot more, and this will allow you to hang items, install items, and do a lot more. So it's definitely something I recommend using. I remember being very intimidated by the use of a drill, so I got my dad to give me a simple lesson, just drilling into a piece of wood, feeling comfortable with it, and then I could get started on hanging curtains and blinds and wall art and mirrors. From there you can do it all, so you just have to get comfortable using it and really feeling the power of the drill. It's not super powerful, so it's nothing that's gonna flail into the air. This is something you can definitely use as well. Now, I shared this in my previous video, but if you're looking for the easiest way to find a stud, it's using the Stud Buddy. This doesn't blink or make any noise, but it's just one big magnet that slides across your wall and will magnetize to where the stud is, because it's finding the screws that are in your stud. And I love that it just sticks to the wall. You don't have to hold it up. It doesn't suction and fall off. It is super strong, and it allows you to keep that stud finder up while you mark and plan out the rest of your project. So I love just a simple tool like this that gets the job done. So this is gonna come in very handy for many DIY projects, but if you're mounting a TV, hanging curtains, hanging anything that needs more structural support, you're gonna wanna find the stud. So this is a very simple way of doing that. Now, if you're doing any refinishing that requires sanding, I highly recommend getting an orbital sander. I just used this on our staircase project, so it's still a bit dusty. I sanded down our entire railing and newel posts using this orbital sander. I have done big sanding jobs before, all by hand using sanding blocks. And trust me, you will be there for days or weeks if you do it that way. Using an orbital sander just helps you get the job done so much quicker. It's lightweight, it's cordless, it's very easy to use, it's nothing super scary at all. You hold it on the top, press start, and it does the work. So there's no complication to this. This bottom part is just a big Velcro sheet. So you can attach your sanding sheets just like that and swap them out as needed. So it's very versatile, easy to use, very beginner friendly. So don't be worried just because it's a power tool. This is actually one of the most simple power tools to use. Now, another item that's very useful to have around your house is a caulking gun. You can put a tube of caulk in there, you can put a tube of liquid nails in there. It just slides right in there, and this allows you to get all of that finish work done. So if you're doing any caulking around trim, around your bathtub, around the exterior of your home to fill any gaps, or if you're trying to install anything using liquid nails, you definitely need this caulk gun because that's what's actually going to push the product out. So if you have any gaps in anything, gaps in your trim, any kind of crown molding work, you can perfect the look of it and really make it look seamless using a caulking gun. Now, another power tool that I find very useful and also beginner friendly is the cordless brad nailer. I use this to install all of the trim work around my home. If you want to do any finish work like wall trim, any kind of baseboards, door and window trim, you definitely need a brad nailer. This is very easy to use. It looks a little bit intimidating, but it's handheld, it's lightweight, it's cordless, and it has all the safety features included, so it's nothing really that scary. I read the instructions, watched a few tutorials, and practiced on a hidden wall in my garage, just practicing installing trim and seeing what this can do, what it feels like. So if you're looking to do any kind of finish work around your home, I would get yourself a lightweight cordless brad nailer, and you can get different size nails depending on what you're trying to install, and you can just easily install those right here. So they just slip in right there. You shut it like that and you can get started. And lastly, just get a little tool bag just like this. This comes with everything you need inside. So a hammer, a measuring tape, all the different screwdriver sizes you need. It even has a wrench and an X-Acto knife. So if you don't want to go individually buy all these different tools, you want to be ready to be able to do anything, and just having a ready to go bag like this makes it so much easier. All right, so that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope this gave you a better idea on simple tools that you can use to tackle DIY projects around your home. I'll leave all of these products linked down below in the description box so you guys can shop them as well. I hope this inspires you to tackle simple DIY projects as well. I truly think if I can do it, you guys can too. If you enjoyed watching and found this video helpful, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and hit that like button, and make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel so you don't miss the upcoming videos. Click that red subscribe button down below and make sure you guys have my notifications turned all the way on so you're first to see the next video. Love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!